Hi guys, welcome to Responsive Web Design for Beginners, a Tuts Plus premium course. My name is Ian Yates and I'm the editor over at Web Design Tuts. Now this course teaches, as you'd expect, responsive web design for beginners. And it's certainly true to say that the web is already full of responsive web design resources and books, and there are plenty of avenues you can take to learn its basics. So we're going to have to do things a little bit differently with this one. Most comprehensive responsive web design resources will discuss a lot of theory and concepts before getting dirty with the practical aspects, and it usually makes a lot of sense to do it that way as well. But as such, they often take a non-responsive design, a static page, and then deconstruct it, changing things around to make it responsive. But this, being a screencast course, would be pretty boring if you just had to sit listening to me talk about responsive web design. And deconstructing static layouts is also an impractical way of working in the real world. So instead, we're going to flip things around and demonstrate a responsive workflow from the ground up, whilst covering the theory behind it all as we go along. We'll look at designing responsively. We'll examine a few layout possibilities. We'll build our own responsive grid, covering some CSS tricks to help us achieve those goals. We'll cover the cornerstones of responsive web design, including media queries and the various challenges they present. We'll look at breakpoints, navigation, optimization, and ultimately testing our work. At the end of all this, you'll have built a responsive web page. More importantly, you'll have started looking at the web and web design in a totally different way. Now, in order to complete this course, I do expect a few things from you. You're going to need to have a basic grasp of HTML and CSS, preferably having built web pages before. If I talk about floating divs and CSS selectors, you're going to need to be aware of what I mean. Most importantly of all, you're going to need to have an open mind. Responsive web design isn't a silver bullet solution. It isn't the ultimate way of working in all situations, but it does look at the web in a very fundamental way. Being open to that is important for embracing what we're going to cover. And that's it. If you have those skills and you're keen to learn about responsive web design, we're good to go. In the next part of responsive web design for beginners, we're going to have to cover a little theory, sorry, that's just the way it is, by following a quick history lesson. My name's Ian Yates, and from all of us here at Tuts Plus, thanks for watching.